Blues take this inning forward. Usman, who has come out to bat, still no Rohan Mustafa.
Yes, surprising. I don't know why he's been. He's going to come out later. Must be some reason behind it. Anyway, Mohammad Usman, good batsman, plays that right from the middle of the bat, very confidently. Good start, single.
Mohammad Usman is very elegant player. Has that natural elegance of the left-handers. Hits the ball, they hit. Have to see how he bats out, like we saw with the of Kashif Dawood just there. It's not the kind of pitch where you just go there and start pulling the ball.
Absolutely, a lot of acclimatization is taking place for the players here to new conditions here. And next delivery, this is running away to the boundary. It's 4 runs.
Hirasuri in the meantime, he is continuing what he does best. Last use of the situation. Smart little, yeah, scoop shot, dill scoop as they say, but it's not really the dill scoop of a
Chirag scoop.
Chirag scoop or a traditional scoop, because dill scoop is literally for the head of the batsman.
That's right. Innovation at play. 4 runs and 56 for 3. Next delivery, it's a full toss. Can't get really hold of it. Plays it straight to the fielder there on the offside. Another single. It will be now 57 for 3, and Chirag Suri batting pretty well. He's on 27 of 14. Mohammad Usman, who has just come in, he's got 1 of 1, and it is Alishan Sharafu, who's bowled a decent over so far. Just has given only 6 runs and got that first wicket. And this one, the ball actually went behind the batsman, and from behind his own crease, he tried to, he got a touch to it, but dot ball. In fact, 1 run. They ran very quickly there. Look at that shot, Kamran. He was in 2 minds.
And he played 2 shots there. First one he is aborted. And then he realized he still had the time to play the second shot. Anyways, the last delivery of the 5th over coming up. And this time Chirag waited for the ball perfectly. And he has sent it in the air. And the fielders try to do that smart relay catch thing, but could not. And that's 6 more. Finished the over. 5 overs gone. 64.
Match number 28 in progress. Fujairah Pacific Ventures versus ECB Blues. Put into bat, ECB Blues are 64 for the loss of 3 wickets after 5 overs. 6th over about to begin, and is going to be Chirag Suri who will be facing.
Going to face Khalid. A very, very intelligent and very good bowler. China, a commodity cricket all over the world. He has the ability to turn the ball both ways.
You know, if I remember correctly, I'm talking years back about Chinaman bowlers. Used to be Roy Fredericks of the West Indies. He was a very good batsman, but he was a part-time Chinaman bowler that time. And he used to be very useful.
Michael Bevan.
Australia, yes, of course.
It has seen quite a few of those, but a very rare commodity. I don't know the reason.
And with the evolution of cricket, Kamran Noel, before we talk about the evolution, well, the ball had a lot of revolution, and he's been caught. And he has to take a walk back to the pavilion.
That's a big wicket. for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. That's Mohammad Usman going back. And just look at that. Again, flighted the ball, deceiving the batsman in the air. Easy catch for Azad Luqman. That's the fourth wicket gone for ECB Blues. They are 60 for 4 after 5.3.
Fujairah Pacific Ventures then winning the toss, putting ECB Blues into bat, are in control of the game right now, Kamran. They have 4 wickets of ECB Blue which have gone back to the pavilion, and in 5.3 overs, 66 runs. And there is a good match in the offing. Both are top teams. Both have qualified already, so they are not at any risk. However, psychological battles going on there in the field.
And Khalid deceiving the batsman once again. Batsman who has walked out is Rohan Mustafa. Poor anticipating Hassan Khalid. Starting it in on the when Rohan Mustafa just walked inside. Here. And given a no ball by him. And there's a chance for an out, but throw at the wrong end. It could have been curtains for Rohan Mustafa. Meanwhile, umpire has signaled a no ball as well, so free hit coming up. So a lot of things, everything happening in the middle, Anurag.
Absolutely, lots happening there in the middle, and Hassan Khalid one wide, and then he follows it up with a no ball, which has gifted a free hit to the batsmen, the license to strike anywhere they want without endangering their wicket. And let's see if Chirag Suri is going to be up to the task to take advantage of this no ball. Oh yes, he launches into it, plays it beautifully, and over the ropes, 6 runs.
What a beautiful shot. He did come out of his crease, but just have a look, just notice how he was still when he was hitting the shot. In a lot of Kohli in that shot, that balance and that freedom to complete his swing, that is space for his arms to swing freely. Trademark Kohli there.
Absolutely, full flow and full follow through, and played it beautifully. He's on 40, and again he goes big, and he goes high, but this time not so high. He holds out to the fielder there, and he has to take the walk back. That's the 5th wicket down for ECB.
Chirag Suri this time not that lucky. And Khalid who has got him.
ECB Blues then 75 for the loss of 5 wickets. The last man out, Chirag Suri. He made a good 40, but he should have stayed there longer for his team. Meanwhile, here's a fun fact. In 2008, Wisden published an article titled Never a Cricketer of the Year to highlight the careers of a few cricketers who qualify for that. We'll see if we can have a look at it again later. Meanwhile, next delivery has been hit, And again it goes to that fielder there on long on, and another wicket down for ECB Blues.
A good catch at the boundary line. Very well judged, and this time it's Rohan Mustafa. Wheels coming off ECB Blues innings pretty fast. Full toss. How nicely it has been judged.
ECB Blues then losing wickets at regular intervals. First it was Chirag Suri, and then Rohan Mustafa again failed to impress, out for just a single. And it is 75 for 6. We are in over number 7, and suddenly the scoreboard is not looking good, because those 6 wickets have been lost and all the top good batsmen have gone back to the pavilion, Kamran.
Absolutely correct, Anurag, and it's a good test for ECB Blues before the knockout stages, still danger end of the tournament. Have this in a way long tournament. The laws of averages. So sometimes in this kind of long tournament, the team prefer to have that bad day out of their way and come back after.
Absolutely right. Rather have a bad day when you're safe and sound than have it when you can be knocked out. So also they have a license to experiment, because they have played consistently well in the tournament, and that gives them the leeway to take a lot of to use options and try new things, and that's understandable completely. And Pacific Ventures also is putting in a good effort here. 6 wickets of ECB Blues is not a mean task, and all the top batsmen.
Aruf Merchant, who has to bowl and got the wicket of the very first delivery. Young kid, looks like pretty young. It's bowled to Ali Nasir. Got into the two guys who are getting a chance, because this game is a dead rubber.
Yes, and now it's the captain of ECB Blues on strike, Ahmed Raza. He's facing Maruf Merchant. Good delivery. This youngster's, the 3 deliveries he's bowled so far, he's already got a wicket. He's using his mind and head, and he is reading the batsmen and not allowing them to get away or intimidate him.
Very good over from Maruf Merchant till now. Only 4 singles coming. How he finishes this over.
Last delivery coming up. Maruf Merchant. Again, good delivery. Keeps the batsman quiet. Just a single. And at the end of 7, it's 80 for no loss. 80 for 6, I beg your pardon. ECB Blues then 80 for the loss of 6 wickets, having lost wickets continuously. There's a fun fact. In 2008, Wisden published an article titled Never a Cricketer of the Year to highlight the careers of 5 cricketers who had never won the title. They were Abdul Qadir, Bishan Bedi, Wes Hall, Inzamamul Haq and Jeff Thompson. Well, interesting one there. Learning a lot of new things. 80 for 6 after 7, and there's a change in the commentary. To take you forward is going to be Charvi and us.
One rug. A bit of a struggle. Just 80 on board for them. Wickets, and very, very important wickets. Fujairah Pacific Ventures, I think, commendable job here. Asim?
That's right. Looking at the strength that this team that they have made sure that they had maintained the discipline with the ball. Very good delivery there. Raspia start proceedings.
Out. Top order for ECB Blue today. 6 wickets down, and I think this is probably the lowest total in this tournament from ECB. 80 for 6.
17 legitimate Karvi. This is a very unpredictable. Never know what can be the final total. To be very honest, we can just predict. Very funny.
True it is. Aspia. Oh. Backward point.
Raspia constantly bowling no balls. He will definitely work something out, because I believe that the no ball is not because of the front foot. That is because back foot sideline. That is one of the captains, Tiranda, have always recommended him to round the wicket. I'll not be surprised if he does come again.
He has changed the side. There you go. No, he sticks to over the wicket. No worries on that.
He has changed his the bowling mark. He's coming
yes,
around
he's
the
coming
wicket.
Around the wicket. Around the wicket. I think that's a concern with some pacers. That's gone high up in the air. The field coming under it, and a comfortable catch. It's the skipper. Well, celebrations. Fortunate that was a no ball, so he hit there, but not a bad delivery.
Slightly mistimed that should have been dispatched, I believe. Ahmed Raza not getting middle of the bat, but comfortably taken there. Asif Khan.
So the no ball continues for Shiraspia. Same issue. He was bowling around the wicket, was not such a bad delivery. Came back to over the wicket. Same concerns again.
I don't mind being there in place, Shiraz. Continue bowling around the wicket, even though there is a left-hander, because you can have the ball him and you can cramp him that sort of room, discipline line, if that middle and leg stump line. It's difficult for the batsman to take him out of the park. So this time driven straight and free hit on offer. That's a boundary there for Ali Nasir.
Good looking shot there down the ground. Off wall. Straight on the boundary. 8 for 6, 7.3. There.
Shiraz, he'll definitely to work it out some way or the other. And here he is back around.
A full toss on that occasion. A direct hit would have put some trouble there, but long legs. Ahmed Raza. Yeah, Shiraspia has struggled through couple of matches as well. And when you are aware that there is an issue with the back leg, that's fine. Got the no ball. You've been getting them called from the umpire. And at this stage, when you're just going into the eighth over of the of the first innings, when you know the restriction is great, you've kept ECB duet. Probably try not to take a lot of risks. Good delivery that again. Very good delivery that. He probably should have stuck to that.
Absolutely, and he's good at bowling those. And trust me, when he comes at an angle of bowling around the wicket, it becomes really difficult for the batsman to get away. What do you think, Charvi, can be a good total here for ECB? The fact that they have lost 6 wickets, looking at the strength that they have in their bowling.
ECB Blue have been in, ECB Blue have been in a situation where they've scored under 100 runs and defended that successfully, considering the bowlers they've had in the same tournament. So I'm guessing they will probably get a little close to 100 runs. And I think for the caliber of the bowlers they have, fine. But let's not forget, Fujairah Pacific Ventures also come with batting line. Great form, great touch. They have Mohammad Masih, Basil Hamid also on the side.
That big name of, we'll get back to you after a short break. It's 88 for 6 after 8 overs.
So 8 overs gone, it's 88 for 6, and we have Hassan Khalid back into the attack. Nicely swept this side. What a good looking shot from the will of the skipper. 4 runs.
I think the credit should be given to the kind of reach that Ahmed Raza has. A tall guy, and look at from where did he pull the sweep that shot. And all credit goes to his height, I believe, in that occasion, and the connection that he made, definitely.
Well, it was a perfect shot for a sweep when we are teaching a sweep shot. Exactly how it should be, and again in a similar fashion, but this time he finds the fielder at fine leg. Wicket number 7, 92 now for 7.
Bowler foxing on that occasion, bowling it a little closer to his body, getting a top edge on that occasion.
Okay. Playing it late this time, finding the field fine legs. 7th wicket to fall for ECB Blue.
Here we have the new man in Junaid Siddiqui, fast bowler coming from Multan region of Pakistan, representing UAE. Junaid Siddiqui, who has the capabilities of going big. Let's see.
Good looking shot he's tried. Well, he did try to put that away. Good delivery from Hassan Khalid. Board. Delivery swings. Misses. Good work from the keeper. He's been fantastic as Tahir. Youngster, yet again promising. There you go. He puts it up in the air. Well, miles from the fielder. Basil Hamid and a maximum. Good looking shot.
Saying he is capable of going downtown, and here he goes. Half a dozen for JS Junaid Siddiqui, number 92 for ECB Blues.
Rafa News brings up the 368 tournament 6. Khalid to continue. Wide again, similar fashion. This time we'll find the fielder. So the wicket number 8 fall for ECB Blues. 98 for 8, and it is Siddiqui.
Basil Hamid there on that occasion, safe as a church, a very safe fielder, making sure that he did not overrun on that occasion, grabbing it perfectly.
Khalid to continue. Who will they will get that a couple of runs to end the over. 9 overs gone, the 100 up for ECB Blue, 8 wickets.
Here we have Shiraz Ahmed into the attack. Hundred for 8. This is the last over in progress. Let's see how much ECB Blues can manage to get here. Yappan and Ali Nazir. Right in the block hole. Dot ball to begin. Shiraz Pia. Range of bowling sides have definitely, because the back foot is what is causing the main problems, and when he comes over the wicket, that is where the trouble begins for him.
Definitely, Asim. I think that has helped, and sometimes, you know, as a player, you tend to think that let me all over the wicket. Then when you turn, around the wicket and it's working for you, kind of think, and you go back and think, if I would have bowled around the wicket from the start, I probably wouldn't have given away those couple of extra runs that went on. Block hole delivery. Wouldn't mind that, Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Single. Let's not forget they do have the batting power. Is starting to come into play. We can see it is getting a little difficult to grip the ball.
Up face Sharjah, the ball slipping off from their hand, full tosses. Say that Umair actually turned the tables around for Sharjah Bukhatir.
Well, when we were watching that game, bringing it live, but At a point of time, we thought this is Fujairah's game. They're going to sail through very, very easily. Good delivery yet again. Very good delivery from Shiraspi. And this is a good comeback in the spell for him. A dot, single and dot. Very quickly, would like to thank all our sponsors. Kafu, Talabat, Shan, organizers ITW, a broadcasting team. Together, such a fantastic tournament. Hope you're all watching our live action from across the world, our different broadcast partners. What a beautiful venue we are at here. By International. Shiraspia.
Tried to improvise there on that occasion. That should have been a dot delivery, but he ran a by there on that occasion. Quick legs, Karthik Mayappan and Ali Nazir managed to steal a single on that occasion. Sharvi, what do you think an ideal bowling figure in a team? The ideal economy rate that the bowler should maintain, which the captain will be happy.
We see a lot of the bowlers that they've bowled 2 overs, they've gone away for about 22 runs, and which is fine because at the same time they've been able to pick up a couple of wickets too. And the finger goes up, he hits him right there in the middle stump. We will have to look at the replay again to see where the ball is hit.
That's hitting the middle of the middle stick.
There you go, Shiraspia. Block hole delivery. Yes, it's right there at the middle stump. And a clear. No confusions there. The umpire lifts his finger. Wicket number 9.
Had there been reviews, the batsman wouldn't have gone for it as well. It was that dead in front.
9.5 overs have gone past 9th. And the wicket to fall. So 102 for 9. Well, Aditya Shetty comes out in the center for just 1 delivery. Let me tell you, he played his debut game last time. Took away the player of the match. Bowled beautifully. Getting the chance to bat for the very first time for 1 delivery. Get off the mark. 1-2, but we'll settle just. The finish up. ECB Blue wrap up at 103 in their allotted 10 overs. I think this is tough. Frequent.
Tough by Shiraspi, I'd say. 2 overs, 10 runs. Here we are talking about the batting card of ECB Blues. Ritya Arvind, they just 8 of 4. Chirag Suri, 40 of 18 deliveries. Mohammad Bhuta, 16 of 8. Got a start but could not capitalize. Kashif Daud, Golden Duck. Muhammad Usman, 3 of 4. Rohan Mustafa, 1 of 3. Ahmad Raza, 7 of 5. Ali Nazir remain not out, 10 of 13 deliveries. And Junaid Siddiqui, 6 of 3. Karthik Mayappan, 1 of 3. And then Aditya Shetty remain not out, 1 of 1. Single of the last ball.
Wrapping up at 109, and this is the bowling card for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. The most successful of the lot, Hassan Khalid, 2 overs, 23, 4 wickets. Lukman Hasrat, all the other bowlers being successful, getting a wicket each. Most efficient of all, Maharoof Merchant, getting an opportunity today. 1 over, 5 runs and a wicket, followed by Shiraspia, 2 overs, 10 runs, a wicket for him as well. Rafu getting a wicket, Sanchit Sharma getting 1. But going away for a couple of runs, but getting a success. Hold of 10 extras. This is Kafu presents Emirates D10 tournament, Fujairah Pacific Ventures. They require 104 runs to win in their allotted 10 overs. And what we are going to do is go on a quick break. When we come back, we will be here with innings number 2. So stay tuned with us.
Check, test, 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 check, 1, 2, 3. Check, test. Check, 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 test. इनका वॉकी टॉकी चल रहा है? आपका वॉकी टॉकी चल रहा है? उनका टॉक बैक चल रहा है, उन पे चेक करें. Check, check, check. Check, test, 1, 2, 3, check, test. Check, check, check. Check, check.
Third ball.
We're back with live action. Match number 28, Fujairah Pacific Ventures versus ECB Blues. And we have now Fujairah Pacific Ventures coming out to... and in the commentary box with me is Asim. Asim, not a very good performance from ECB Blues. Maybe they are a little laid back because they know they've already qualified.
Actually, if you look at the positive aspect when you play such a game, the playoffs, you have to be very much having the momentum on your side when you get, because you have the right sort of attitude and momentum in your side. They can still pull it off. The talent that kind of big names that this team has, they can still pull it off from here. It all depends on how they start.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. The other way of looking at it is rather have a bad game now than have it in when you are in the in the qualifiers. Anyway, we are here back with live action. First delivery played with a straight bat. It is Fujairah Pacific Ventures who have opened the innings with Wasim Mohammed. He is a top scorer, and Alishan Sharafu is accompanying him at the crease.
Yes, that's right, Anurag. And we have it's Siddiqui steaming in. Yeah.
So it's Junaid in action, and good shot, good looking shot, but just for a single. And Wasim Mohammed has been in tremendous form during this tournament. And Vritya Anand obviously has been in great form for the ECB Blues. They've been the couple of the top scorers so far, and they would like to take some more good form into the last four when they play the very critical and crucial matches.
That's right, Anurag, because as far as Mohammad Wasim is concerned, he has been very consistent throughout, and he has shown that sort of the form that he was in, despite the happening. He made sure that he has brought himself in that where he had. So I think he has done a tremendous job, starting with Prithvi Arvind topping the chart in the run scores, followed by Mohammad Wasim, and then we have the captain of Fujairah Pacific Ventures, Asif Khan, to follow.
Yes, absolutely, and Asif Khan is another good player who has shown his prowess during this tournament. And currently, it is Fujairah Pacific Ventures. They've got one on board, two deliveries bowled. Junaid is coming in to bowl to Alishan. Going to face the next delivery, and Our co-commentator, Neil, is down at the ground, and with him is Robin Singh. They're having a tete-a-tete. Let's take you to that.
The Director of Cricket and the coach of Emirates Cricket Board, Mr. Robin Singh. Robin, sir, welcome to the Dubai International Stadium, probably your home ground.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's the first. Well, it's the first time we're playing here since I've been involved with the UAE team.
The boys are playing right now, ECB Blues playing, not a great start for them in the first innings though. But about the format, a fantastic initiative by the ECB. A few words on that, sir.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant format, considering that there's been no cricket during the pandemic. So it's really given us a lift. Not only that, but I think it's a great initiative by ECB and yourself to actually have this tournament. It also gives us a real good focus of who are the players available and what we can get out of this tournament going forward for the national team.
As you said, post-pandemic first tournament, what is the way ahead? I'm so sure there is a roadmap for these boys and the boys who want to get into this squad. How does it look like for UAE cricket from here on?
I think it's surprisingly very good. I mean, I've seen a lot of good talent. We had a team that won the tournament in Oman. But I think, barring that, I've seen at least 15 new boys here who I'm pretty happy about. A lot of young guys, which is even more encouraging. And there's some under 19 boys as well who have done exceptionally well. So that's a great thing.
Talking about the under 19 boys, we've spotted some really amazing talents coming through the lines. Any one in particular that you would want to probably point your finger at?
There are quite a few young boys. I mean, there's one Chinaman bowler, right? We saw one young leg spinner now, and we'll see a few more.
But I must congratulate you on a great initiative here, and I'm definitely, like all of us watching here, are definitely looking forward for a lot to come from the ECB boys.
Yes, certainly, and I think going forward, strength to strength, and I'm extremely grateful for having it, especially in this current situation.
Thank you so much for chatting up with us, and I will not keep you on hold over here because you're sweating just like I am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Robin Singh with us at the Boundary Side Talk.
Well, that was Neil in conversation with the great Indian Robin Singh. And it's back to live action now. It is Fujairah Pacific Ventures 8 for no loss after the completion of 1 over.
So we have new bowler here coming in to replace Junaid Siddiqui.
I think it's Ali Nasir.
Right, it's Ali Nazir who has come in to replace Junaid Siddiqui.
Yes, we are in over number 2. Ali Shan Rafu batting on 6 of 3. Wasim Mohammed, the prolific run scorer of this tournament, batting on 2 of 3. So said it start, Asim, but it's early days, and if they consolidate, they could make this a successful chase.
The wayward delivery on that occasion by Ali Nazir was looking for pace on that occasion, but drifting it down the leg. No chance for the keeper, Mohammad Bhuta. And it is extras here added to the tally.
Yes, these extras are going to give an extra impetus. We'll look at this delivery way down the leg side. No chance for the wicketkeeper, and 4 added to the total of Fujairah Pacific Ventures. They move on to 13, and these are welcome runs, a free gift, especially not something which one would like to do, especially when you've just got 103 yourself on board.
That was Talabad's 486 boundary, and that was 487th one of the bat of was that Alishan Sharafu.
And that was a beautiful shot after that. Let's see the replay there. Look, he gets on top of that ball, a bit away from the body, but manages to squeeze it out of the infield there, and beautiful shot to the point boundary. 4 runs. 17 for no loss, 1.1 overs gone, and Ali Nasir hasn't started very well. He's already given 9 runs, and he has just bowled 1 delivery.
Have to make a strong comeback here. Given a chance, the captain will definitely want him to do his best. And straight on to the money. Single taken of that ball.
Yes, a much better delivery by Ali Nasir. He's a good comeback from him. And looking at the way things are, of course, we have seen many a match, swinging like a yo-yo. And as they say, nothing is done till the last ball is bowled. But if one was to look at the start which Fujairah Pacific Ventures have got, they've got a decent, in fact, a good start, especially since they are chasing just 103. And it will depend so much on how the ECB boys come out, bowl and field, and how can they, and if they are able to defend this score.
They should not take it easy, especially the kind of efforts they've put in during the bowling. Have to try to be on top, right on top of the game. Staying ahead of the required run rate will always work as an advantage for you, because if any over that comes not in favor of the batting side, that can still cover it up for you.
Absolutely. And the other thing was, as I had mentioned earlier also, I was surprised that ECB Blues lost 9 wickets while making those 103 runs. That was something which was a little different than we've seen in many other matches. Teams do score 100 plus, but they normally lose 3, 4, 5, 6 wickets. So they actually went right into the tail of ECB Blues as far as this performance of theirs is concerned.
There were a lot of the changes in the batting lineup, if you observe. I think that was a chance that they were experimenting, I believe, before the knockout stage begins, to the batsmen who are not getting enough chances, so that they are also in that groove. In case batting collapses, they are there in the go free flow.
Yes, probably as a strategy that would make sense. And this one is played beautifully, dissecting the 2 fielders, point boundary, 4 runs.
Ali Shan Sharafu on that occasion. Yes, cut away between the short third fielder and the backward point. No tracing that.
Good shot there, and these are welcome and valuable runs which they are accumulating right on top of the innings, which means there will be pressure on the bowling side, that is ECB Blues, and they will have to pull a few rabbits out of their hat if they want to really curtail this run scoring. They need a couple of wickets to put pressure on the batsmen here. Again, well played, but straight to the fielder, and they'll scramble through for a single.
It was a dot ball, Anurag, because the ball travelled quickly to the fielder, and there was no chance for a single. Mohammad Wasim rightly sending Ali Shan Sharafu back.
So the score remains at 23 for no loss, and it's the last ball of this over coming up. Ali Nasir bowling to Ali Shan Sharafu, batting on 15 of just 7 deliveries. He's got a start for himself, needs to make it count.
Ali Shan, that is Ali Shan. Brilliant shot there by Ali. And cut away once again, offering width to Ali. And they, on 4 occasions, he has been offered width. He has dispatched all of them.
Yes, absolutely. He got on top of it again, just like a previous shot he played. 4 runs for him.
Offensive over there for ECB Blues.
So it's 27 for no loss after 2 overs.
Thank you very much. We are back here again from the Dubai Stadium for this CAFU Presents Emirates D10 tournament. Here is Mohammad Wasim. Swinging hard and swinging towards the square leg region. Gets a boundary. Kashif Daud welcomed to the boundary here.
Yes, Mohammad Wasim very quick to latch on to that delivery off his pads, plays it beautifully on the onside, and 4 runs. He's been in very good form, and he's been the mainstay for Fujairah Pacific Ventures, and he needs to continue in the same vein. 31 for no loss after 2.1 overs, and they're doing pretty well because they're just chasing 103, and if they continue like this, the partnership, don't lose too many wickets, I'm sure they'll be on course. And look at that delivery, beautifully played again, superb shot, 4 runs again.
Boundary number 491, Talabad boundary 491.
Back-to-back 2 fours by Wasim Mohammad, showing his class. Let's have a look at the replay once more.
Offering width on that occasion, Kashif Daud, and in no time pouncing onto the situation, Mohammad Wasim. Seeing a boundary. Back-to-back boundaries here for Mohammad Wasim to 11 of 6. Go moves on to 35 for no loss after 2.2. The positive intent is already visible here, quite evident, Anurag.
Absolutely, the body language on display tells us that they've come out with a purpose. They're not taking this game lightly, and they want to get a victory under their belt to gain some more momentum going forward in this tournament.
A brilliant comeback there by the ball. Not offering width on that occasion. Keeping it very simple. Basics in place there by Kashif Daud.
Wasim Mohammad, 11 of 7, and along with him is Alishan Sharafu giving him company. He's got 19 against his name. Both of them good steady start, and if they continue, as I said, in the same vein, they should be able to overpower this total of 103 put up by ECB Blues. But we don't know because ECB Blues is known to be a good bowling side, good fielding side, and I'm sure they will have their own plans and ideas which will play out for us to see how do they defend the 103 they have put on the board.
And that's taken a top edge, and ball will sail over the ropes for a boundary.
Again, the batsman taking full advantage of the field restrictions. We are in the power play overs. As soon as you clear the infield, it's 4 written over that, and that 4 is again going to boost up the total. Move to 39 now for no loss. It's over number 3. Still 2 deliveries to come.
US playing a very important role here. And the turf and then traveling in no time.
So that was the 492nd 4 tournament 4 brought to you by Talabat. So 4s galore in this tournament so far. Next delivery comes out and just taps it to the fielder on the onside. Single, and 39 for no loss now. In fact, 40 for no loss. 1 more delivery to go in this over, Asim.
Smart move there by Mohammad Wasim. He's already got 12 runs. Why not nudge it and then get for other batsman who's also in form to play the last ball of the over?
Absolutely. Last ball coming in. Kashif Daud facing him. Alishan Sharafu. Yes, just dabs it to the offside to the fielder there. And at the end of the 3rd over, it is 41 for no loss. Fujairah Pacific Ventures then chasing 103 made by ECB Blues are in fact 40 for no loss after 3 overs, and there's a change in the commentary. Joining you is going to be Kamran and Charvi.
Thank you, Nurag and Asim. Good start to this run chase by Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Need 64 more of 7 more overs. Just a little over 9 and over they need before of 42 deliveries. Muhammad and Ali Shan Sharafu. They are in a mood to finish the game early tonight. Thinking about timing, have with me Jarvi Bhatt.
Kamran, 64 runs required from 42 deliveries. Well, we are here for a thriller. Of course, rate is hovering at good 13.33. Required is at 9.14. There are still lead in the game of 9, and just right behind him, Ali Shan Sharafu. He's 19 of 9. Here from Fujairah Pacific Ventures. There, and yeah, that will hurt.
Ball was delivered to the batsman, and batsman returned it like a missile.
Quite hard. On that occasion was a catch actually, but kind of just popped out. Probably hit. Yes.
It was too fast to even close your hand. It was way too quick. But I think, Charvi, this is going to be a good contest. Karthik Mayappan is a very good spinner up against a batsman who like to get on with the game. The last over of the power play.
Wide delivery coming in play now. Slightly. See a lot more of movement. Some time back, and I said innings 2 of game 2 and game 3. These will be more of these. Well, he goes, clears the infield, and a couple of bounce, and well, it's a maximum from the willow of Wasim Mohammad. Good looking shot that.
Absolutely spot on, Charvi. Mohammad Wasim making full use of the opportunity he got here, because he didn't really got into the runs in the last few innings. So he's getting a good match practice for the more important games in the tournament.
Yet again in the gap in a similar fashion. 6 last time. Well, he's not going to stop. It's a boundary this time. Very, very good looking shot that.
If it was power last time, and this time it was more placement. Good exhibition of skillful batting there from Wasim Mohammad.
Gone for runs. 11 runs coming from the over so far. When bowling wide, it has climbed 14.57. Pacific 50. The final over of the power play. They will be looking to capitalize maximum on it. Quick single that. Wiping the ball with napkin. It only tells us, Kamran, how much dew is out there. And I just stepped down, went for a walk downstairs on the ground, only to realize there's a heavy amount of dew. Dew factor will come in play very, very prominently in progress on to the next game.
This time he hurried a little bit.
Come on to him.
Sorry, we will come back to it in the next over. The pitch situation. Mayappan is coming up. Full hit. So delivery of his over. That's the interesting bowling run up he takes.
Just find the field. The dot delivery to end the over. 13 no runs coming from it. 4 gone. It's a 53 for none. "51 runs required from 36 deliveries. Have one. So we have a fun fact courtesy Dafa News. 8 players have scored hundreds in their 100 test, but Ricky Ponting is the only player to have done it twice. Scores of 120 and 143, not out in first and second respectively. What a legendary player he was. Ponting. Well, yeah.
Coming into bowl, Aditya Shetty, the player of the match he was in the previous game, but he has been welcomed to the bowling crease with a flat 6.
Got that from got under it, powered it down the ground. Good looking shot that from the willow of Alishan Sharafu. Potential.
Wow! Very well. Very well.
Charvi, I'm impressed with this this kid. But got into the side in the last game, and the way he bowled, the presence of mind he showed. Just look at that. Was head down the ground, and he has adjusted his length and the pace very well.
Yeah, definitely, he has come run here. Potential. About the two sides. Next round, the challenger Kamran for both of them would be who would be the side, the decider of this game based on who side they would really. One for no loss.
Well bowled.
43 runs still required.
But Charvi, you were out there, the middle at the pitch report. So you mentioned due. Also start for the bowler would probably give us that time to talk about it, or we'll continue in the next over. So what will be the effect of that dew on this surface?
Well, the dew kind of slows down the pace of the ball in the first place. It makes the leather heavy, wetness. Also, when we looked at the pitch report, we had a lot of cracks there that by now would have slightly opened up, which means the ball will longer time to get off the turf and get onto the bat of the batsman. So the challenge will be how the batsmen are going to judge the ball. As we see here, 2 singles are taken. The ball is already starting to grip the surface. That will also be the end of the over. We'll come back to the conversation. 5 gone. It's 63 for none.
So halfway gone in the run chase, Fujairah Pacific Ventures. They're cruising towards the target. 63 for none for 5 overs. Wasim Mohammed going great guns. In fact, both of them have faced 15 deliveries each. Wasim Mohammed is 28 and Ali Shan 29.
Good partnership this from the opening pair. Going hand in hand also, both of them faced equal number of deliveries. Kamran, this is a very good example, a very good definition. When you keep rotating the strike, it's a very good example of that. Because you're not, one batsman is not spending a long time on the other side. He goes inside out, the ball's up in the air. Well, the fielder there is just a mere spectator, the skipper of ECB Blue, and maximum.
Once again, these two batsmen taking on the ball on the very first delivery. So there's seemed to be a method, a plan, how to put the bowlers on the back foot.
Also, it's a very good strategy when it comes to mental mindset. Go for it in the first go. We are going in a good tandem. We don't want to stop, but we're going to break the rhythm of the bowler already going in.
So 5 deliveries to go. Now he will be on the back foot. That was Dafa News tournament 6 number 370. Otherwise, see, he bowled a bit flatter. Otherwise, he might have looped it a bit, trying to purchase a wicket there. So that first shot at the very first delivery of the over has put the bowler at the back step.
Sometimes ruffles bowler a little bit in the mind, because I bowled the first one slightly loopy. He's put me out of the park. I bowled another one flatter, but he got a couple of runs from that. And if those are the only variations I have, do I throw in a quicker one? Leg spinner coming in time, the ball moving slightly away from the right-hander. Just the single. It kind of starts to put that pressure on the bowler. Now what is it that I'm going to do? And in the head of this little battle in the over.
And that's where this game has become so professional per se. It has become more than just a skill that you show in the nets. See, this time he was anticipating it to be short delivery and he cut away between the fielders for a boundary.
Fielder there was Rohan Mustafa at the back points region. The ball slipping away through the hands. View factor.
Doesn't it look like, Charvi, that Rohan Mustafa is given an off day in the field? He came out to bat very low. He hasn't come on to bowl yet. He's playing more like a substitute.
Well, every player goes through these phases.
But he's a very good but he's a very good player and he has bowled pretty well in this tournament. Nothing to take away from him.
Naturally, he's an all-round performer. Performs very well with the bat, also with the ball. An asset to the team that he represents. Scottish. That to end the over for Karthik Mayappan. Has been expensive. Has been no successes for him. 6 gone. It's 79 for none. So 25 runs required from 24 deliveries. Look at the Persian at this stage after 6 overs. ECB But at a 75 for 5, Fujairah Pacific Ventures come run on a 79. Lost a wicket.
Yeah, Charvi, I think it will be a very good morale booster for Fujairah Pacific Ventures, although the outcome of this match won't have any impact on that. That's DAFA News fun fact. The Australian broadcast reference to Sir John Bradman's test batting average.
What an average that is. 994. That's the legend on Bradman. And we have the skipper, yet another legend of the game. Taking off things from the pavilion end. Realizes well is going to be absolute importance here. Ahmed Raza.
24 needed of 23 deliveries. It will real morale booster for Fujairah Pacific Ventures because ECB Blues. Here's a look at the points table. Sharjah Bukhatir 11. They are finished at 18 points after 10 games. ECB Blues, they are on 14.
The leather.
It was a pretty interesting shot. I think he hit that 6 with the toe end. And it still sailed over the boundary. That's one amazing thing about the modern day cricket I see.
That's the DAFA News number 371. 8 runs already by. Have a difficulty in leather. The challenger, Kamran, earlier we had, we were in an open ground. And we can't really go because we don't have anybody to help us with running around and finding the leather. There's a batting card for Fujairah Pacific Ventures.
Alishan Shrafu 43 of 20, Wasim Muhammad 38 of 19. There are 6 extras at a run rate of 13.38. So the ECB Blues in their 9 games prior to this game.
This is what the bowling card looks like so far. So most of the bowlers going away for a lot of runs, but no successes for any one of them. Junaid Siddiqui stopped bowling after just the first 2 deliveries.
Worrying signs, I'm sure. That would be a major concern.
Kashif Dawood as well. I think he did the over for Junaid Siddiqui there, giving away 20 runs. 19 over. Karthik Mehta got 2 overs 29. The only bowler to complete well. And here we have Ahmed Raza, who's already gone away for 8 runs. Doesn't look very happy. Keeper? Full toss, slashed away. Find a fielder, so we are okay to just settle for the single. We'll take Alishan Sharafu on 44.
And Charvi, because it looks so ominous now that ECB Blues are going to lose this game. The prior games that they lost were against Sharjah Bukhatir 11. That was pretty much acceptable in a sense. Because Sharjah Bukhatir is a pretty much balanced side. And then the other game they lost was against Ajman Alubon. But now the last game of the round, and they are finishing on the losing note. Would that be a very sign for them?
I don't think so. They come with a combination and catch up on that perhaps later. So 7 overs gone. It's 89 for no loss.
So Fujairah Pacific Ventures, they need 15 more of 18 deliveries. Happy dugout. Khan, Izzat Lukman to bowl the 8th over. Fujairah Pacific Ventures innings. Young Aditya Shetty. Exciting young prospect. Mohammad is on 39, Ali Shan on 4. This time he comes down the track and the long on, and that's how. Just have a look at it again. Comes down the track and completely deceived by the flight and the direction of the turn. So that's the first wicket gone for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. So Fujairah Pacific Ventures losing their first wicket, just 15 runs away from the victory. And it was Wasim Mohammad who was completely deceived by the little sensation, Aditya Shetty. This is Asif Khan who has come into bat. Meanwhile, come into the home box to tell you more about this game and take you to the end of this match. You will be joined by Anurag Malhotra and Asim Sheikh.
Thank you very much, Kamran. The match pretty much in the pocket of Fujairah Pacific Ventures, and they have really great opening partnership. Alishan Sharafu and Mohammad Wasim just got out, but I think they're already in the safe zone. And Asim, I think it should be mere formality from here until unless something really weird happens, and chances are very low.
That's right, Anurag, because they planned their run chase pretty well here. Took the chances at the right time. Did Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Field there and given out by the umpire.
Oh, there's another jolt there for Fujairah Pacific Ventures, and they lose their second wicket. And this Aditya Shetty, beautiful bowling. Look at the replay there. Missed the line of the ball, and the foot was outside the crease. Good work by the wicketkeeper there, and umpire had no hesitation. Wicket number 2. 91 for 2 now.
Was Asif Khan perished.
And let's have a quick look at the digital streaming partners for this tournament. Fan code for the Indian subcontinent, Etisalat eLive for UAE, Willow TV for the Americas, and we are back with live action now.
Some disciplined bowling there by Aditya Shetty. He's into his second over and he has picked up 2 important wickets here. The form of Mohammad Wasim and Asif Khan, captain.
Very impressive youngster this, and he's got great bowling figures. He was the man of the match the other day for his bowling performance. Today also showing what he's made of. and single will take this total to 90. That was 2 runs, 93 for 2 after 8.
It's Rohan Mustafa who has been introduced into the attack. Pulled it down towards the wideish long on region for a single.
Yes, just 10 runs required now of 11 deliveries. And you know, these 2 wickets, too late in the day. If they would have come right on the top, maybe some pressure could have been created on the Fujairah Pacific Venture batsmen, but not to be. And now they can easily do it in singles. Another single, taking the total now to 95 for the loss of 2 wickets. Have a few runs to get, 9 needed of 1.4 overs at 5.4 run rate. This one he wants to play an aggressive shot, not able to reach it, bowled a little shot and timing out, dot ball.
And darting it in, Rohan Mustafa. That was typical, so typical of him. Bowl him even in the super over, he can have that sort of a confidence to bowl right in the block hole.
Yes, we've seen that earlier also, Asim, that he is a handy bowler and he bowls very accurately in the death overs. And I think that's why his captain has given him the responsibility to see if he can get something out of a match which is slipped out of their hands.
8 runs required of 8 deliveries. And can Rohan Mustafa do some magic here? It'll be important to see who will be bowling the last over. You go to the last.
Yes, don't know, such is the format of the game. 2 hits and the game is going to be over. Let's wait and watch. In comes Rohan Mustafa. And facing him is Asil Hamid.
Taken down the ground by Basil. Comfortably, not trying to play anything fancy.
Risk or do anything flashy because the game is very much under their control. Fujairah Pacific Ventures completely on top here.
I second that, Anurag. A pretty comfortable situation here. Score moves on to 98 for 2 after 9 overs.
Last delivery coming up now. Rohan Mustafa has bowled a decent over. Just given 5 runs in 5 deliveries. It's 98 for 2, 9 overs bowled, last over coming up, and 6 required from 6 deliveries. That should be a cakewalk, Asim.
As you have said yourself, let's not consider it over unless and until it is over. The single coming of the first ball.
Yes, while I agree with you, and I did say that I'm just talking from the law of probability, completely loaded in the favor of Fujairah Pacific Ventures. 1 hit, big hit, would do it now. But yes, let's wait for the actual result to come out, and we'll announce it then.
That's right. Because there is one spark or there is one moment in the game that kind of makes you a little nervous. And here we see a dot ball there.
So the captain Ahmed Raza trying to build up pressure on the opposing team. Fujairah Pacific Ventures 99 for 2, 9.2 overs, 5 required now, 4 deliveries left. Trying to make something out of it is ECB Blues.
Hey.
Towards the extra cover region, and the region where Basil Hamid actually fancies playing a lot, and that is one of the reasons why you see an extra cover fielder being placed there, and he's trying to cut it in and does not want batsman to free his arms. Quite some plot there against Basil.
I'm sure a lot of mind games being played there, and with that there was a single and 100, and this time reverse sweep, and he wanted to play to the other side, went to the other side, is going to the boundary, trickling down. Will it reach the boundary? No, it will not. It slows down, and there'll be a couple of runs here which will get them closer to their target.
Comedy of errors there. First from the batsman and then from the fielder there on that occasion. So there's 3 runs taken on that occasion by Alishan Sharfu. Let's look at what happened here.
Reverse sweep, completely missed it.
Just took the toe of the bat.
And the wicketkeeper was also out of position, but nevertheless 103 for 2 after 9.4 overs. And we must appreciate that the ECB has tried to keep it tight and tried to take it to the wire.
Right, and what a brilliant knock with that 3 runs taken. Alishan Sharfu has brought us up his 50.
And with that,
20.
the scores are tied also, Asim. It's only 1 required now of 2 deliveries.
Any more drama in this game? Hasn't been any so far, but let's see if we are here to witness anything here.
The Fujairah Pacific Ventures team looking pretty upbeat and confident that they have the match in their pocket. This delivery. And yes, they do have the match in the pocket. It's going away to the 3rd man boundary, and they have won this match. That's 4 runs. So 107 for 2 is what Fujairah Pacific Ventures scores in the allotted 10 overs. And they have won this match comprehensively, and have also got 2 more points for themselves on the table. So we will have a quick look at the Fujairah Batting Ventures batting card. Alishan Sharafu, he got a good 52 of 28. Wasim Mohammed 39 of 22. Asif Khan didn't do much, 1 of 2. Basil Hamid 9 of 7. 107 for 2. Run rate of 10.88. Contribution of 6 runs from the extras. And